Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm going to go over my expectations for the compare and contrast the drum and the empty pot writing assignment. First, I'll just read this prompt to you. It says, compare and contrast the two folktales, the drum and the empty pot. How are they similar? How are they different? Fill out the Venn diagram to start. Think about the literature terms that we have learned so far. Character, setting, symbol, theme, climax. Okay? Write two paragraphs that present similarities and differences between the two stories. All right? So, if I was writing this to this assignment, I would start with a general statement, okay, about the two stories. All right, I would say, take it off of bold. All right, there are many similarities and differences between the two stories, the drum and the empty pot. Starting with similarities, I'm gonna back up. Starting with differences, I think differences are a lot easier to point out. And if you fill out your Venn diagram, think about the character, the setting, the symbol, the theme, and the climax. Okay, those can all be differences in your Venn diagram. The characters, all right. There is a boy in the drum and Chen in the empty pot. Okay, different characters. The setting. In the drum, we are in India, and in the empty pot, we are in China. Okay, symbols. You have the drum in the drum and the empty pot in the empty pot. And you could even go into the theme and the climax if you wanted to go into more details. But I've just listed a lot of differences between these two stories. Maybe as I'm listing these differences, though, you're also thinking of how they are similar. Okay? For example, the characters. There's a young boy in the drum, and Chen in the empty pot. All right? They are both young boys. Okay? If you're talking about who they are as people, in these short stories, I think they are both genuinely good people that are trying to do their best. Okay? In the drum, we have a boy who is very kind, and eventually his kindness is returned to him. Okay? And in the empty pot, you have Chen, who works very hard to grow a seed for the emperor. All right? He does his best, and he is honest, even though his seed does not grow. And he is rewarded for being honest. So each of these characters have qualities that you would consider to be good qualities in a person. And by the end of the books or the end of the short stories, they are rewarded for these qualities or character traits. Okay? So, I am not going to write two whole paragraphs for you in this video, but you see how I start my my paragraph here, and then I would present some of the differences. All right. All right. One of the differences in the two stories is the characters. Okay. Notice how I used 2 sentences to explain my first difference. All right. You might need more than 1 sentence to explain each difference. If you can only write 1 sentence and that's easier for you, you may. Okay. But if you expand on your writing, that can be a good thing. I would expect you to include at least 2 or 3 differences and 2 or 3 similarities for your paragraphs. So I gave you 1 difference. Now I'm going to pretend like I have written the rest of my first paragraph and move on to my second paragraph. All right, notice that I'm leaving space, and I'm going to begin my second paragraph. All right, and say, there are also many similarities between the 2 stories. Okay. The first similarity is that the main character in each story is a young boy. Okay? Notice that my second paragraph is a little bit similar to my first paragraph. All right, the main characters are both young boys. I'm pointing out my first similarity. Okay? So, I can expand on this or I can move on to the next similarity. But I want you to think of other similarities or other things that are similar or the same in each story. Okay? So, I'm also using transition words. Okay? The first similarity, okay, I would start with maybe my next sentence would be the next similarity or the second similarity. Dot, dot, dot. Okay? And then to conclude my paragraph, I'm not going to write the rest of the paragraph for you. I want you to try to write the paragraph on your own. Okay? I'm going to conclude by saying something like, as you can see, it's going to be a general statement that sort of wraps up what I've been writing. As you can see, there are many similarities and many differences in these 2 stories. Okay? If you are confused about this assignment or having trouble, I am available after school today and tomorrow from 1:35 to 2:15 for questions. Just click on my Google Meet if you want to talk to me, or you can message me on Schoology at any time, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks, you guys, and have a wonderful day.